perimeter of acute angle triangle. Okay, now here acute angle triangle is this, a triangle in which each angles are acute or less than 90 degrees. So how do you calculate the area of such triangle? To calculate the area of such triangle, draw an altitude from one vertex to the opposite side. So we call this, it is an altitude or height of this triangle. Altitude or height of a triangle, let me write this definition. Altitude or height of a triangle is the distance from vertex. That's a perpendicular distance. When you say distance, it's a perpendicular distance from vertex to opposite side or opposite side extension. Opposite side extension. So the perpendicular distance from vertex to opposite side, we call it the height of that triangle or altitude. So, and this one is called the base in that case. So how do you calculate this one is the height and the opposite side length will be this one, it's the base. So how do we calculate the area of this triangle? So to calculate the area of this triangle, look this one, assume this point to be D. You have two right angles triangle ADB and triangle ADC. So here the area of triangle ABC will be equal to, it is the sum of the area of triangle ADB plus area of triangle ADC. This is it. So this is equal to area of triangle ADB. Look, this one ADB is right angle triangle. To calculate this area, simply multiply the base and the height and divide by 2. Therefore, the base is BD, the height is this AD. So its area will be this half times the base BD times the height AD plus area of triangle ADC again is simply right angle triangle. You multiply its base in height. The base is DC, half times the base is DC times AD. The height is AD. Therefore, from this, we can take a common here. 1/2 and AD are found in both. So using distributive property, you can take a common outside. So here, half and AD are common. So take these two as a common, and you have BD here, plus you have DC here. Okay, so this will be equal to half times AD. AD is, we said, the height of the triangle, the altitude or height of the triangle is H. So times BD plus DC is the total length, it is a base. Therefore, this one is B. So finally you have this equation. Area of a triangle is this, base times height. So this is the equation to calculate the area of acute angle triangle. By the way, not only this one, you can use the other altitude to calculate the area of this triangle. The area of this triangle using this as an altitude, assume this one is BE, you can calculate its area. It is half times the base, in this case is this one, and the altitude is this one. So take the product of the two and divide it by 2. So simply it is AC times BE divided by 2 will be the area. If you take this as a base, this will be the altitude. If you take this as a base, this will be its altitude. If you take this as a base, this one is altitude. So you can alternatively calculate the area of a triangle, acute angle triangle, in different ways. Therefore, but generally, to calculate the area of a triangle, simply you apply this equation, half times base times height. So I will give you example for this one. Example. Calculate the area of triangle ABC given below. Triangle ABC is given here. This one is A, B, C, and this distance let's assume to be AD. Calculate the area of triangle ABC. If length of BC is equal to 10 centimeter and length of AD is equal to 8 centimeter. So how do you calculate the area of this triangle? Please try this question. I'll give you 20 seconds for this question. Students, have you tried the question? Good. Now let's see the answer. Okay, here, to calculate the area of this triangle, area is equal to half times base times height. So, in this case, the length BC is given. BC is this distance, so this distance, the base, is given to be 8 centimeter. And BC is this 10 centimeter. BC is this 10 centimeter. And AD is given to be this 8 centimeter. Therefore, to calculate the area, simply base times height divided by 2. Therefore, its area will be this half times the base is 10 centimeter times the height is 8 centimeter. Therefore, this will be 10 times 8 is this 80 centimeter times centimeter will be this square centimeter divided by 2. You'll have this 40 square centimeter. So this will be the answer. Now, let me give you one more example for this. Example 2. In the following triangle, look, this one is the triangle. this one assume it is A, B, C. Assume this to be E. In the following triangle, this one is D. AD is equal to 5 centimeter. BC is equal to 12 centimeter. And AC is equal to 10 centimeter. Then calculate one area of triangle ABC. Area of triangle ABC to calculate the length of BE. Okay, now let's try this question together. Look, here we are asked to calculate the area of the triangle. To calculate the area, we use this equation: half times base times height. To calculate this area, you can use this base and height, or you can use this base and this height BE. So first let's put the numbers here. AD, this distance AD is 5. This length is 5 is given. BC, this length is given. It is how much? BC is 12. So to calculate the area, I can use this base and height. So its area will be equal to half times the base is 12 centimeter and the height is 80, it is 5 centimeter. So this will be equal to, just you can cancel this by 2, dividing both by 2, this becomes 1, this becomes 6. So 6 centimeter times 5 centimeter will be, it is 30 centimeter square. This will be the area of the triangle. But again, we are asked to calculate the length BE, this length. So to calculate length BE, since we have known the area of this triangle, using that and using the formula to calculate the area of triangle on the other side, or using this height and this side, we can calculate the length BE. So using this equation, area of triangle will be, it is half times this base AC times this height BE. So this will be equal to this half times AC is how much? It is AC is given to be 10. AC is this 10. So this length is 10. This is 10. Therefore, 10 centimeter times BE. B is not known. We are asked to calculate it. Therefore, here let's assume this is B itself. But area of the triangle is known. We have calculated here to be 30. So here this area is 30 centimeters square. So this will be 30 centimeters square is equal to, just divide this by 2, 10 over 2, it is 5. 5 centimeter times BE. So to calculate BE, divide both sides by 5 centimeter. This cancels out. BE is equal to, here 30 divided by 5 is this 6 centimeter square divided by centimeter. 1 centimeter cancels out, and you will have BE will be this 6 centimeter. That's it. Now we will proceed to the next triangle, obtuse angled triangle. C, obtuse angled triangle. Okay, in this case you have such a triangle of obtuse. One of the angle is greater than 90 degrees. This such a triangle is we call it obtuse angle triangle. A, B, C. Assume this one. To calculate the area of such triangle, what you do is we are asked to calculate this area. To calculate this, extend or draw an altitude from point B to the extension of this side. Since we don't have an altitude in this direction, the altitude would be outside or on the extension of side AC. So this will be the height of the triangle, and this will be the base. So to calculate the area of this triangle ABC, area of triangle ABC will be equal to the area of the total triangle. Assume this point to be it is D. So from the bigger ABD, area of triangle ABD minus the area of this triangle BDC. From the total triangle, if you subtract this one, you will have the area of this. Therefore, minus area of triangle BDC. So this will be equal to area of triangle ABD is simply it is half times, since it's a right angle triangle, the base it is AD times the height is this BD minus the area of this triangle will be this half times CD times BD, half times CD times BD. So this will be equal to this. You can take the common. BD half is common. So take half in the BD outside, and you have here AD, here it is CD minus CD. So this will be equal to this half times BD. Length is BD. BD is the height of this triangle H times AD minus CD. From this length is from AD, if you subtract this one, you will have AC. So AC is the base. Therefore, area of this triangle will be H times B, or I can write area will be this half BH. Therefore, to calculate area of obtuse angle triangle, you can use its base and the altitude will be outside of the triangle. So using these two, you can calculate the area. For example, here, if you are asked to calculate the area of this triangle A, B, C, and this side given to be it is 6 centimeter, and this altitude is given to be 4 centimeter. To calculate the area of this figure, simply you multiply this base and